I wanted, I'm kind of emceeing. I'm Mary. Hello, you all know me. Anyway, so I want to start with John because John was the producer on the project, and John Stratton, worship leader at Elevate Church, songwriter, artist, producer, founder of Rivers Recording, and also you lead worship over at the House of Prayer. That's how you and Richard connected.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. It's been a pleasure to get to be a part of the journey with Richard and with you. And honestly, I think one of the most rewarding things to me, because I write music as well, is when you really get to have someone come into your studio that has not just songs to record, but they have a message worth saying. And each of the songs, I didn't plan to say this, by the way, Richard, but each of the songs that he's brought in for this project, I've been deeply affected and impacted by, and it's been a blessing to my family because we record here out of the overflow of my house. It's a studio out of my home, and so whatever I'm working on, the whole family gets to hear, and it's genuinely been a blessing. Richard, really enjoyed this whole recording process.
Yeah, you know, I made a point of when we had a few late night sessions and I know it was probably louder than I think Mary would have been able to put up with. And I went out of my way to thank Marina for just, because she was a partner too. And of course, your little daughter River is just like, just love her to bits, and she's just so wide open and so beautiful and just so receptive to so many things. And I think it's good to have around. I think that's a part of it too.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, hence the studio is named after her.
Yeah, that's a whole interesting turn of events too. It seems almost like some people ask me, did you name the studio after River or River after the studio? And I feel like it's just a theme that I feel like the Lord really placed on our family, to learn how to really like when the scripture says that there's a river that flows from his throne in the book of Revelation, and then there's that other scripture that says that that those who believe that rivers of living water will flow from within their innermost being. And so we've been trying to learn how to just stay close to the Lord, stay close to Jesus, and have a relationship that's connected, which I would say is true of these songs. It's very true of the purpose of these songs. So yeah, I've got River and we've got Rivers Recording. Praise the Lord.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm kind of going alphabetical. Ben. So our friend Ben Corey Feinblum. Ben is an interactive live entertainer. He's an amazing singer and a magician of all things. He's very gifted, and he's been a friend of Richard's for a while. And you were here visiting, and it just sort of evolved, and you got involved in the project too.
Yes, I was sitting in Richard's car, and he put on the music, and I'm going, Richard, what is this? I really like this. And he had laid some basics down and had a recording for me to listen to. And then I just started to harmonize along with it, and I'm like getting into it. I'm like, this is beautiful. What is this, man? And it was his. He created it. And he's like, so you want to come down to the studio with me as we're doing the next version of this? And I was like, do I? And so there it was, and it was a surprise, and definitely Richard and I have this synchronicity that happens at weird times, and I think that was one of those moments. And it happened fast, and the recording was coming up, and so I was like, trying to piece together things in my head. Am I going to be able to get ready for this? Am I going to? And then here comes this song, In Over Your Head.
We all feel that way on this one.
Yes. And so, I as we were doing it, there's never enough time. Everybody had just met. Well, I had just met everybody. And so we're working out the bits and pieces, and it's coming together on the fly. And John, you had beautiful kind of curation in the moment. And Richard, we were sticking to your vision. John had that clear in his mind and in his heart and soul. And that was all coming out. And I'm listening and I'm going, man, I'm sure there's a song in here. Things sounded beautiful. Landon, you sounded beautiful. Richard, you sounded beautiful. And this was totally a sack race with 9 legs. and it could have come out a complete cacophony. And, you know, John and Richard pulling it together. And Greg, I imagine you're the one with the drums. I may see that over here. You did that, the drums, pulling that all together, unifying it, and Landon, absolute pro, man, how you pulled it together. And so it came together, all these different pieces. Could have been a cacophony, and it was harmonious, beautiful, authentic, true, and from the heart, and really connects to spirit. It was wonderful.
Oh, that was beautiful. Richard, Jeremy Russo is trying to get
waiting to come in. Oh, well,
Yeah,
we gotta let him in. Cello Man comes.
It's an exclusive party, but you know, we can let everybody.
Well, you know, he's the cellist on the thing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to meet, man.
Yeah,
I miss that
nephew. Our nephew's coming in. We lost Daniel, or is Daniel still there?
Daniel's here. He's just muted because they're driving.
They're driving. Okay.
Right, and they're driving in the dark.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll get some voiceover from him in a bit.
Cool. Okay. Yes, we will. Is Jeremy coming in?
Yeah,
it's like a seance. I see they're coming in.
Oh. I feel him.
There he is. Hey, Jeremy,
Oh.
how you doing? This is our nephew, Jeremy Russo, but he really is a fine professional cellist. And as you can see, he's got a collection of them right behind him there.
Whoa.
He's coming in from Las Vegas.
Do you have enough?
Or maybe this is better.
Well, they aren't all his.
No, they're not all mine. I work at a violin shop here in Vegas, so I'm here right now.
That's completely cool.
So Jeremy happened to be here right at the right time, and you know, Richard held this spot available for him, and he got to work with John in the studio, and it was really quite an experience. Tell us about it.
Talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was an awesome experience. I was a little nervous, honestly, to in the beginning, because I don't have a ton of experience with this recording projects like this. I'm used to just reading music and kind of doing what I see and doing what I'm told pretty well. But so this was kind of a newer experience for me. But working with the producer. Wait, I'm sorry. What was your name?
John.
Jeremy, it's all good.
Please forgive me, but working with him was super. I was just like so relieved, because he was so helpful in the whole process with exactly having ideas of what to play, what fits in certain places, and what sounds good here and there. And so that made it extremely fun, and it was a really cool experience. Yeah.
Can I just pipe in here and just say that, Jeremy, you took the whole project to a whole nother level. And I'm not just saying that. Truly.
No, I appreciate it.
And I know Richard agrees that what you brought, every person on this Zoom brought something that took the project to a whole nother level. But I feel like the cello itself just elevated the song, and the ideas that you came up with and the collaboration. I wanted to thank you, because I truly feel that your history with the cello and your experience and being able to really capture not just the notes, but the essence of what the song was asking for and the nuances of those notes.
Yeah.
It really was moving. And usually editing is not fun, but this time editing was fun.
Yeah.
Because I got to listen to it over and over again. And
right.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to thank you, because truly, I really loved getting to work with you. You're an incredible musician.
No, thank you. You too. And
yeah, dude. Same
feelings go towards you. It was awesome.
I'm going to add something here. This is to my nephew, Jeremy. You know, I watched him from the time he started playing cello as a young boy to where he is now. A really fine musician. Honestly, that's one of the things that inspired me. Because, you know, I played music all my life, but I never really took it seriously. And just watching him, and he was very unpretentious about it. He just shows up, does good work, has a very sweet, humble spirit, and it just inspired me. And so I have to say that to you, that part of why this is happening is because of that too. And that happened long before I even met you, John. That was sort of in there. So there was sort of a place for Jeremy in there that was very natural.
That's great. Do you think we can bring the Semsens in next? Daniel, bring Daniel in.
Are you ready, Daniel?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Daniel. Daniel is a pastor of worship arts at Village Church Burbank, where we fellowship, and he's a multi-Dove Award winner, and he's an amazing person. He's my favorite choir director ever. So anyway, but he got involved by just singing some background, and also has a beautiful voice as he's worship leader. But he got involved in singing some vocals on the song as well, which was a real blessing.
Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of it, Richard. And just listening to everybody talk about their roles in this song has been really, really cool. Just to see how collaborative it was, and how everyone really added to the final product, which is really awesome. But yeah, I just got to be a little part of it, and was so appreciative. Whereas most of you guys probably went over to the studio, my schedule's so sporadic. I just asked Richard, would it be okay if I just kind of recorded some of my own background vocals at home, and then like you can use what you want to use, and if you can't use it, then that's fine. But he said yes. So yeah, I'm just grateful and to be a part of it, and really proud of everything you've done, everybody really, and how this song turned out. So good work, you guys. What an awesome, special thing.
And I tell you that he's an incredible encourager too. Anyway, you are, Daniel.
Oh, they had no idea.
We appreciate that about you. Thank you, and I just hope everything goes. They're at a conference in Atlanta for choir directors, and he has a publishing company publishing songs and that he's orchestrated, and other people have orchestrated for choir adaptations. So that's pretty exciting. Thank you, Daniel, for taking a minute and visiting with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, take care. See you soon. Next is Landon Spradlin, who's like this awesome worship leader. He's at Granite Creek Community Church in Pie Hop, and he and Richard are friends, and we were just really thrilled that he jumped in and did some vocals as well.
Yes. So I didn't get to know this song really in the studio originally. I was blessed to be a part of many of Brother Richard's sets at Pie Hop, and he would play this song, and I would always go, that's really pretty. So who does that? And where can I download the chord for it? And he would always say this song and sing some background vocals, and I gotta say, the process was really good, really fast. Ben and I came up there and stopped at the Starbucks, bless coffee, at least for a while. And it had been one of the smoothest times that I've had in the studio. It was just very, we just went through like, okay, it's a good take. Okay, try one more. Okay, do it this way. We knocked it out pretty fast, and it was a great day. But then I got to hear the finished mix, because he brought it here when we have a set together on Thursday, and I was just like, man, it just blew me away. It blew me away, the amount of heart and emotion and warmth that you can feel from a song that is so simple like this. Is crazy, and that took, like Ben said, that took a lot of pieces being utilized right. So my hats off to John Stratton, because all those pieces could have been just a mess on the floor, but he put them together in a way that makes it what it is, and that's what we were looking for. We were looking to get that same warmth that you feel when you hear him sing this song live, down on tape in a way that somebody could experience that and experience God through it, the whole time.
Yeah.
But
yeah. John, I have to say, John has been an incredible partner John, you really have been an incredible partner for this whole thing. And there was a deep level of trust and creativity. You know, the first level of that is trust. You got to trust each other, and then things flow out of that. And you know, there was always that. You know, it's like I'm very opinionated. I have very strong ideas, and John is the same way. We're both like, you know, we're pretty intense guys.
Yeah.
We really are. And but that's what I love about John. He's like really intense. Well, Landon, you're intense too. I'm not taking that away from you. In fact, everyone on here is pretty intense. But John and I, it could have been a very it could have been contentious because we're both very opinionated. But there was this, you know, really, and I think it's a Holy Spirit balance in that. It's like what I'm most concerned about. It's funny. It's funny. The first time I read this is in over my head, and I really kind of did feel in over my head on this whole thing, in the sense that we usually mean it like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get all this done, and there was a bit of that, and you know, that trust that John and I had, and just, you know, each of the people here made it possible for me to go, you know, maybe I'm in over my head, but you know, it may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by God. And by the people that God puts around me. And you know, when that flow is happening, anybody who comes into that flow, it's powerful. And you know, my hope is that, you know, as we continue to do this, that will increase. That's my hope for all of this.
And I felt that trust really strongly as well. That's what I was thinking about. And you know, the authenticity and the harmony of this came from, like, you know, John was going to be our ears right at that moment. Landon was going to guide this part. Richard was going to guide this part. The idea pops in and boom, boom, boom. It was trust, and it was instant connection and friendship between all of us. And so the harmony came from all these other elements rooted in trust and friendship. And that brotherhood is beautiful, how it came together. And you can sort of feel it in the song. I mean, it's there. That's what's baked into the pie. And so the remarkable thing is it took that feeling and connection between us to turn that into the music coming out of the machine.
That's it. And you know what drives the song but the drummer. And our friend Greg Steele, he's like this incredible retired audio engineer. So he has the ability to hear everything, and probably if no one else can hear. He was been in the film industry and in post-production sound for many years, and he's been playing drums for over 50 years. And to have him involved was and another God shot is that, of all places, he lives like a mile from John Stratton. So it's like, what are the chances of that happening in LA? We're all so far apart, you know. So, but thank you, Greg, for everything that you did in keeping it driving and happening and sounding like it should.
Sure. I mean, I remember when Richard came to me and asked me to play on this, and then I met John and everything, and it was really nice because the you know, what I have here, these are Roland's behind me, and we were able to go down, and the main drum song, the long line, we went and recorded down at the church live on my acoustic set that's down there. John was great helping me out on all that, and bringing all his gear to be able to do a remote recording was fantastic. And then several months went by, you know, to come back and do percussion on the rest, like this piece here and the rest of the song. I want to piggyback on what John and Richard was saying, because Jeremy, when I heard what you laid down, I went, wow, it really was amazing. I said, so who wrote the parts? Well, we did it on the fly pretty much. Really? Okay. But it did really take it to a whole nother level. But it's been obvious, you know, when hanging out with John and Richard, of course. Richard and I have played for years together in praise teams, but it was definitely, you know, it was obvious and cliche labor of love. And, you know, and here we are. So it's pretty exciting to get it all wrapped up and get it out there.
So the song In Over My Head launches this Friday. It's pretty exciting. How do you feel about that, Richard?
Well, you know, again, I do feel there's a little bit of that it's funny that the first song I'm doing is that, because this whole process, you know, I've been playing music all my life for all intents and purposes. And, you know, for whatever reason, you know, life here, life there, you know, I never really dove into it. And when COVID hit, there was nothing left. There was nothing for me to do except this. And so I went, okay. And, you know, I'm working on a book and a couple of things, but this was something that I had always wanted to do. And I've got many, many songs that I've written. And so it just, the door just swung wide open. And, you know, I firmly believe that where God guides, God provides. And, you know, the people that showed up for this and how it showed up, it was like, you know, it wasn't something I had to try to coerce people or persuade them, or none of that happened. It was just, can you do this? And they were willing. And for me, that humbles me, because everybody brought things that I didn't expect, you know, and you know, being a creative writer and stuff, you know, I kind of have my idea of the way I think things should be, but the best part of it was letting go of that and seeing what everybody else came up with, going, wow, I never would have thought of that. And it was what if I could have thought of it, I probably would have thought of that, but I couldn't, you know, because I was in over my head.
Love it.
Okay. Well, anybody have anything else they want to throw in, or I think we can wrap this up. And yeah.
And I mean, does anything stand out to anybody that, like, you know, something that kind of changed the way you saw things
in the context of the recording,
or otherwise?
Well, I'll share the comment I was going to say, and also answer what you were just asking, Richard. I think there's times in life where someone wants to release a creative work because it's an extension of what they feel. And then I think there's times in life when someone's releasing truth, and they're allowing other people to enter into something that's deeply true, that's also connected to what they feel, but it's something that you can stand on. And for me, what it felt like we were doing in that recording is we were unveiling truth. Every instrument was doing its part to help reveal the truth that we are meant to be immersed in God and to experience the overflow of that. And for me, that was really rewarding, because you could feel that we weren't, like you said, we weren't striving to get each person to be involved. I also felt like we didn't have to strive to make the music work, because we were trying to just access something that's true. You know, there's a lot of music, I think, that's built on hype and built on trying to be, you know, have a certain sound to be able to hit your target audience, right? Or like hit your market. And I feel like instead what we really did together, Richard, is the Lord has given you a gift of being able to reveal truth and beauty through music. And I really was moved and changed just by going on the journey of, okay, what truth is this song revealing? So anyway, I thought I'd share that. And I think with all the different harmonies and that each of the guys brought, and the cello work, it was like different colors of, like shining light through a diamond, and it just emanates different colors. I feel like each of it was shining light on the same truth, and then out of it came the same message, and there's unity in it. So anyway, that was really esoteric, but I was really moved by it. And I think because of that, it has a continuity to it as a recording, Richard. I feel like the recording has a strong truth and message, and everything is saying the same thing. So I'm very, very happy with it too.
And Richard, I'm taking the message to heart, like right now, today. I mean, I flew across the country with my show. I'm going to be on for quite a big performance virtually this week. Like the exact show I want to be doing is like this week. And you know, there were plenty of times the last few days I was completely 100% over my head, no question. And so I'm taking it as a lesson that, you know, we can be in over our head. We just keep going. We just keep creating. We just keep doing the best we can and move forward. And this beautiful song came out of that process and your vision and the team here. And you never know. So just keep moving forward, even when you're in over your head. And that's the message that I'm taking forward to help carry me through this amazing week I've got coming here.
Great. That sounds great. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to celebrate this with us. And
any last thoughts? We've got about 2 or 3 minutes for any last thoughts.
Just special thanks to Mary, the rock star wife here. Excellent job running this, and you've clearly got some skills.
Oh, thank you.
It'll be on,
thanks, Miss Mary.
It'll be on like Spotify and everything, right?
Oh yeah, starting Friday on the 11th.
Yep. Yeah, cool. all streaming platforms starting Friday.
Cool.
Right. So Richard, what's next?
Well, we have 3 more songs in the can. Those will be released over this first half of the year, but there's some more songs to do, and John and I'll get together and kind of pray about that and think about it. Landon too. Landon and I have been kind of starting to write together, and I think one of them may be that, and maybe John too, because I mean John's a great songwriter in his own right. Landon is like, he's my hero. I mean, the guy, we play on sets all the time, and it's just, there's something that happens when we do that, and other people experience it, and it's the presence of God, and it's because somehow or other we've learned to get out of the way and let that happen. And to me, that's the key inspiration of this song was something that was at PIOP. We want to be in over our heads in the ocean of His love, and when we're like that, to me, that's the essence of the song. I'm lost. I'm completely lost, but that's the only place I can actually ever be found.
So good.
And to me, that's where I want to live.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks. Take care.
Thank you.
Will do.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.